Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel, Leila's Lovely Life. I am Leila, and you will have already seen this outfit. Yeah, so I just uploaded a video, my no spend 2020 video. Anyway, hopefully you will have a chance to watch both of them. So because I am doing a no spend 2020, I'm going to try to keep myself occupied in other ways, and I decided to do a year's worth of challenges. Now I watched Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together do a year's worth of challenges. I watched every video and that was awesome, but I never thought about taking it on board myself. I just watched Matt Avila, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'll link them both down in my description box. He also did a month of challenges, a year of challenges every month, but I didn't realize, I don't watch all of his videos, even though they're beautifully shot. I didn't realize he was doing that, but I watched like a recap of what he learned, and I was like, oh, that's great. And I've seen people do challenges, like try to push themselves and do challenges, and I never thought about doing it myself because I do have Hashimoto's, I have a compromised immune system, and I cannot push myself physically. I push myself as hard as I can to do as much as I can, but I have to put limits on my energy, my physical energy. So having told you all that, I still plan on pushing myself every month and doing a new challenge every month. They're not going to be typical challenges though. They're not going to be like, I'm quitting coffee. No. Not yet anyway. They're not going to be, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. No, I don't think that would work for my body. I am a night owl, but I have to be a daytime person because I have kids that I take to school. My husband and I take to school, but you know, on days he can't, I have to take him to school. And I would like to get a job outside the home at some point. My son is going to be 16 this year, and I would like to have a job. I would like to be employed again. I really would. I know some people don't. Some people are like, eh. But I would, to be honest with you. So my challenges are not going to be physically demanding challenges. I'm not going to try and, you know, do anything that I think is going to damage my health or... Oh, there's a mockingbird. Sorry, I thought it was a roadrunner. We've had so many beautiful birds here today. We've had a couple, a cardinal family, a male and a female. We had this green bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but it was a big, fat, huge bird. And now we have like a mockingbird. And I thought it looked like a roadrunner. I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't see far away without my glasses, so. But anyway, I digress. So I'm not going to tell you what the challenges are going to be ahead of time because I want this to be as fun for you as it is for me. And like I said, they're not going to be typical challenges. So let's talk about New Year's resolutions. I make them every year. I always have. I watched Mornings with Granny. If you haven't watched her, I will link her below. She used to be something Granny, and then she changed her name because she had a disease. It was the disease, that was the name, and then Granny. Then she changed her name to Penny Pinching Granny. And now it's Mornings with Granny. And she did a video on resolutions and how she looked up the origins of resolutions and how they're like, they have pagan, or making resolutions is like, it has pagan origins or something. I don't know. If you want to figure it out, either Google it, you can watch her video. But I have always made resolutions, I think. I can remember the first time I got one of those little, they're about this big. You know what I'm talking about. They're about this big, and they are little calendars that fit in your purse. I can remember the first time I got one of those. It was at Christmas. I sat down that day, because I was young, like 11 or 12. I sat down that day. I had nothing else to do. I didn't have to cook, clean, you know, any of that. And I put everybody's birthday in. I, planned. I have always intuitively made resolutions. And inevitably, I have always broken the same resolutions that I made. But it never stops me from making them. Now, I'm not a planner by nature. Being a mom has forced me to be a planner. I've always just been one of those fly by the seat of my pants type of people, and it's always worked out for me. Being a mom has forced me to, I guess, settle down, so to speak. And my daughter's 19, so I've been, settled down for 19 years. I've been domesticated for 19 years. But, in going against my grain, and being a morning person, making myself be a morning person, and making myself domesticated, I feel like I've kind of lost the essence of who I am. I'm intuitive, I'm creative, I love the night, and I want to get back to those leanings, to those yearnings, to those, the core of who I am. So, like I said, I've always made resolutions and I've always broken them. I've never had ambition. I'm not an ambitious person. I'm sorry, you hear that? But the noise you hear is my computer, because I pulled up my list on my computer and I'm looking at them as well. So, but I've never really been an ambitious person. That's why I don't have a career. I always wanted a career, and I almost had one a couple times, but I never really felt ambitious until lately. I've started to like sniff ambition in the air. Like that's kind of, I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but that's what it feels like. You know how you're like just kind of trotting along and then you get a whiff of something and you're like, ooh, that smells good. I'm getting that, like, I'm getting whiffs of ambition. And it's too bad I didn't have them in my early teens, because I could be a millionaire by now. But anyway, again, I digress. So I have, like, the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, whenever the first time I saw it, people have had like a word of the year, and that's what they focus on. I've done that, but of course, you get busy with life, especially with 2 teenagers, and they're both in band, and your husband's busy with his career, and he's traveling a lot, and you have a house that you have to take care of, and a yard to mow, and it's South Texas, and it's flipping hot, like over 100 degrees 7 months out of the year, and you're just lucky to survive. You forget you have a word of the year. And my word of the year last year was explore. And I made my word of the year last year because I was feeling very fearful. Like, I didn't want to explore anything new. I didn't want anything new in my life. I just wanted to be a hermit and a hideaway and just watch my YouTube and just leave me alone. And so I thought by having the word of the year, my word be explore, I would just, the universe would make me explore things. And it has, but not the things I wanted to explore. I can't talk to you about the things that, this has been a very rough year in a lot of ways. I can't talk about it right now. And I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to do vague tubing. And I don't want you to wonder what's going on or whatever. If there ever comes a time where I can talk about it, I will. But I can't right now. But just know it's been a very rough year for our family. So we have explored things, but not the way I thought I would. So this year, I guess my word of the year is intuition. I would like to go back to my intuitive, fly by the seat of my pants, just live by my intuition type of that side of my personality. Screw practicality. I'm so tired of being flipping practical all the time. Seriously. I have to be practical because, like I said, I'm a mom of 2 kids and my husband has a pretty demanding career. But it's hard for me. It's like trying to write with your non-dominant hand. If you're not naturally practical, it's just try it. You'll want to pull your hair out. So my husband is very practical. He is still in my life. I'm going to rely on him for my practicality. My daughter is very practical and she's still in my life. I'm going to rely on her. They're going to have to help me with that aspect. But guess what? I can give them my gift, which is intuition and creativity. I have that honed to a science, and I hope to hone it even to a sharper point this year. And so a lot of my challenges will be based on intuition, creativity, and exploring those type of ideas within the framework of practicality. It's a necessary evil to me. So anyway, if any of that sounds interesting to you, I would love for you to come along and join me. And you can either join in the challenges or not. But it might be fun for you to watch and see what happens. So what I plan on doing is some of the challenges I have to do some research. Like the month before, I'll spend a little bit of time doing research for the next month's challenge. And then I'll give you a little, I'll come on, say say January the 1st. Well, that won't happen because it's already December 30th, but say February the 1st when I have my act together, I will come on and tell you this month's challenge is going to be blah. And this is why I'm doing it. And then I will also document myself during the month, during the challenge, struggling with the challenge or succeeding with the challenge. I'll show you step by step what I'm doing with the challenge. And I'm also going to be mixing challenges together because I have a lot I want to accomplish. I always do, and it might not happen because I do have Hashimoto's. I might get sick. I'm not gonna say I will get sick, even though I will, because I want to be positive. I might get sick, but if I do, I will just come on the camera like I did during my pantry challenge and say, hey, it just didn't work out this week. I don't feel good. I'm sick. But that's just going to be part of the journey because that's part of my journey. It's part of my life. So I would love for you guys to join me in the challenges. Like if it's something you're like, oh, I could do that, you know, that's not that difficult. And none of my challenges are difficult, trust me. I'm not trying to make my life difficult for myself. I'm trying to make it easier. Yeah, I'm going to be 47 this year. So I'm all about making things easier, not more difficult. So if you want to join me in the challenges, I would love for you to. Just like let me know, like in the comments of that month's challenge, like, yeah, for sure, I'm in. Or, you know, like this is not my cup of tea, but I can't wait to see how you do and how it changes you. Because just like with the no spin challenge, these challenges are meant to nurture and to fill a void. They're not meant to punish myself or to push myself and to make me uncomfortable. No, I'm not going to do that. They're to nurture myself and to, you know, like feed that artistic and intuitive side of me that needs to be fed. So anyway, that is what I plan to do this year on this YouTube channel. And I'm assuming that they're going to keep me. They might not, because I am not commercially viable to them. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I'm not monetized. So if they get rid of my channel, I am on YouTube, not YouTube. I'm on Instagram at Leila's Lovely Pics, and I always leave that in the description of my videos. You can always find me down there. But yeah, I am on Instagram as well. So anyway, that is my plan for this year, and let me know in the comments if you have a plan for this year, if you have resolutions, if you have a word for the year, if you think this sounds crazy, what you think of my word of the year, any thoughts you have, I would love to talk to you down there. So if you like this video, please subscribe for more content like this. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I wish you all the best for 2020. I wish us all the best for 2020 in this new decade. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.